Hello there guys and girls, this is the Pressure Prince with another Total War Attila tournament match, and this is Beta Flash Tournament number 91 semi-final match between Balor of Agartha playing as Ebdanians and Orgetorix, also of Agartha, playing as Caledonians. And I guess they're playing these factions so that they could save their best factions for the final, essentially, because a faction that you've already played may not be used in your next matches in this tournament, so you have to save up your best for last, I guess. So I guess they just made a deal which allows them to use these factions, which by the way are fairly weak, so that they could keep other stronger factions for the final, which is definitely a good choice by them, I think, in terms of their chances for the final. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go over their builds. Looks like yeah, Balor is playing as Ebdanians and Orgetorix is playing as the Caledonians. So time to go over the Ebdanians first. So we have the general, King's Fianna. He has braced ability. We have 3 round shield raiders on the right flank, 2 round shield raiders on the left flank. Then we have an interesting contingent here. Looks like 2 Skatha's teachers on each flank. Huh. Very, very interesting. And then looks like a main line of looks like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 King's Warband and a Celtic warrior over here. The King's Warband, I believe there's 6 of those, yeah, and 3 are bronze 1. Now for the Ebdanians, or Caledonians, my bad. We have Celtic Nobles, General bronze 2 with Brace. Then we see 2 round shield raiders on the left flank, 2 round shield raiders on the right flank. We also have some melee cavalry, though. It's 1 Mormor cavalry on each flank, bronze 2 it seems. In terms of skirmishers, we have a Celtic skirmisher on each flank and a Celtic crossbow in the center. We have some Skatha's teachers as well as like a second line, it seems. Bronze 1, and we have a Cateran brigade on each flank too. Now the mainline contingent, we essentially have 5 Fianna Silver 1. These guys are not bad at all, I think. Definitely quite decent units. Well, I mean, it's a very good choice to bring those over other units. Basically, that is what I mean. Because they have shield wall, they're very good as a mid unit, in my opinion. But they are medium, though. These guys are heavy, so the King's Warband especially are far better in the center compared to Fianna. But we'll see how this one goes, as I'm going to fast forward a little bit until they decide to engage. Looks like they're just gonna stare at each other for now. But this unit is getting shot at right now by all these skirmisher cav. There is an engagement over here. Mormor cavalry getting in, trying to go for the Skatha's teachers. And the Celtic skirmishers almost got shot, but they were pulled back. This Raider cavalry here doing much better for the Caledonians. Nice charge into the King's Warband as well, but this Mormor cavalry is going to start dying. Not before getting a lot of kills on the Skatha's teachers, though. Here we're gonna see Cateran Brigade against Celtic Warriors. Celtic Warriors are not gonna do too badly here, I think, in terms of cost efficiency at least. King's Warband here fighting off the round shield raiders. Looks like the Celtic skirmishers being pushed off the field. As for the center, I mean, right now it's not really looking too great for the Caledonians, I think. I think the Ebdanians are having the advantage, but Celtic Warriors is getting charged by Mormor cavalry. Fianna here getting charged by round shield raiders, and now round shield raiders pulling out. Skatha's teachers continue to get I mean, it's King's Warband against Skada's Teachers, but Skada's Teachers might actually do well here. And it appears that the King's Warband are now moving in shield wall, basically. That's not a bad move at all, honestly. The shield wall attack, because shield wall is very strong. But this does mean that the Fianna can pull away if they want to, but they're in shield wall themselves. So I guess they're just not gonna do that. But such a blob here right now. More units coming in here and pouring in, but I think that this flank is basically done. The Abdanians have won on this flank. On the right flank, though, is a little bit more difficult to say, but with this extra Skatha's Teachers unit that is coming in, look at these run in. And I think they're more women, aren't they? Skatha's Teachers. Yeah, they are actually women. I shouldn't be saying, guys. Yeah, nice rear charge here into Skatha's Teachers, though, with the round shield raiders. Ooh, these guys targeting these guys as well, doing lots of damage, but they're gonna get a charge and going to clip the Canarin Brigade as well here. But again, left flank is being mopped up by the Abdanians. Right flank seems to be as well. As for the center, still the trade here is very, very good for the Abdanians. The King's Warband are insanely good units. Still, they have 3 crossbowmen that they can use in the late game. Definitely very good. All these round shield raiders still alive. They're probably going to go in for the Celtic skirmishes now. Celtic crossbows getting ready to fire some volleys, but definitely here, as you can see, the engagement did not go very well for the Abdanians, and now the crossbows get charged by Fianna, so that's a micro mistake by the Abdanians. Skatha's Teachers here gonna get overwhelmed and killed. Some javelins are ready here though, but the crossbows can't fire because Celtic skirmishes are right in front of them, so they are being obstructed. That is something to keep in mind. There is an obstruction here. These guys need a clear line of sight to be able to fire, but they do not have a clear line of sight, so they can't really fire properly here. And they're still obstructed. They cannot dish out their damage at all. Over here, though, you can see that the Skatha's Teachers are going to engage the round shield raiders, so they should do well there. Might actually rout these guys off the field. Celtic skirmish is definitely going to lose in melee. More crossbowmen still on the field. Ooh, nice charge here by the King's Fianna into the Fianna. Interestingly enough, the names of the units, except this one is a cavalry unit. This Fianna is gonna get targeted down by all these crossbowmen, it appears. The crossbowmen shall be doing a lot of damage here. Wow, into that Fianna. Very, very well done. Skatha's Teachers coming back here for the Caledonians, but at this point, you know, it's not that bad for the Caledonians. But they're finally going to get rid of the King's Warband. I thought they wouldn't, but the general came in to support. And this Fianna actually didn't trade so badly at all. I thought they would have traded horribly, but I guess they didn't. Oh, maybe the King's Warband went out of shield wall, and that may have changed things. Still though, even if the melee engagement is won here by the Caledonians, which it appears to be, there are still a lot of crossbowmen on the field. How are these guys obstructed? It must be like the left side of it that's obstructed. Looks like this one is obstructed too. But now they're going to turn around and target a different unit. This Celtic crossbowman is being chased by 2 different units, it appears. Also, the King's Fianna is going for this Celtic crossbow unit, which is a very good choice because at the moment these units, I mean, certainly the Caledonians will not be able to catch up to these units. So what's going to happen is that we have the Abdanians focusing on killing this crossbow unit, but crossbow is getting some much needed shots off into the King's Fianna. Not with flaming shot, but still the damage is huge, of course. The javelin's trying to get an angle here to maybe destroy the Skatha's Teachers, but at this point it's just not looking good at all for the for the Caledonians, I would say. We might have a rear charge coming in here, and the Scata's teachers are trying to get into the proper engagement here. Yeah, all these units, and the Celtic nobles, I mean, they're fighting hard, and as you can see here, the stats of the Celtic nobles, they are very, 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 very tanky, especially as they have shield wall, 60 armor, and 162 health. Yes, not a lot of melee defense, but oh well. Now, all these units here are wavering. Looks like these units are forgotten, but they are not necessary. So this is the Celtic noble unit still fighting as hard as it can, but it's not going to fight for too much more as the King's Warband routed off the field, and it is a victory for Balor, Vagartha, and he's going to advance to the final. But yeah, that is the game, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.